BME 21, junior at State University studying English literature. Spend most of my time in campus library because dorm roommate is absolute animal. Discovers same girl comes here every day around 2 p.m. Sits at corner table by philosophy section. Always reading thick books that aren't textbooks. Dostoevsky, Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, real intellectual stuff. She's not conventionally hot, but something about her draws me in. Auburn hair, usually in messy bun, wire-rimmed glasses, vintage sweaters. Looks like she stepped out of indie film about sad bookworms. Never see her talking to anyone, always absorbed in whatever she's reading. Start timing my library visits around her schedule. Sit few tables away pretending to study while stealing glances. She takes notes in margins of her books like proper literature nerd. Sometimes catches me looking and gives polite smile before returning to reading. Heart races every time we make eye contact. Spend weeks building courage to approach her. Plan elaborate conversation starter about books she's reading. Oh, you're reading The Brothers Karamazov. What do you think of Ivan's Grand Inquisitor speech? Rehearse this line about 50 times in mirror. Finally work up nerve to walk over. She's reading something by Simone de Beauvoir. Perfect opportunity to discuss existentialist feminism. Approach her table with sweaty palms. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice you're reading The Second Sex. She looks up with those green eyes behind glasses. Oh yes, it's for my philosophy of gender class. That's cool. I read it last semester. Beauvoir's take on women as the other is fascinating. Her face lights up like I just spoke her language. Exactly. The way she deconstructs biological determinism is brilliant. Holy shit, she actually wants to discuss this. End up talking for 20 minutes about feminist philosophy. She's incredibly smart, articulate, passionate about ideas. I'm Maya, by the way. I'm David. Nice to meet someone who actually reads for pleasure. Hard to find people who want to discuss literature instead of just complaining about assignments. Couldn't agree more, Maya. Conversation flows naturally until she checks time. I should probably get back to studying. Of course, maybe we could continue this discussion sometime. I'd like that, David. I'm here most days around this time. Walk away, feeling like I just won lottery. Smart, beautiful girl who shares my interests, wants to talk again. Next day, arrive at library early, already have book picked out. Choose something obscure to impress her. Dostoevsky's Notes from Underground. Maya shows up, dear, right on schedule with different book. She notices what I'm reading and smiles. Underground Man is such fascinating character study. His psychological complexity is incredible. Fall into discussion about Russian literature for an hour. Learn she's English major with philosophy minor. Wants to go to grad school for comparative literature. Dreams of becoming professor someday. She asks about my goals, seemed genuinely interested in my answers. You should join our literature discussion group. We meet Thursdays at coffee shop off campus. Small group of people who actually care about books. Hell yes, Maya, sign me up. Immediately, Thursday comes and I show up at coffee shop. Maya waves me over to table with 3 other students. All look like stereotypical humanities majors. Cardigans, thick glasses, worn copies of classic novels. My people, basically. Maya introduces me as her friend from the library. David has really insightful thoughts about Russian lit. Group discusses that week's book, some postmodern novel I've never heard of. Maya contributes most thoughtful commentary. Way she analyzes themes and character development is impressive. After meeting, she walks with me back toward campus. Thanks for coming, David. You fit right in. Thanks for inviting me. Those are exactly the kind of discussions I've been craving. Most people think we're pretentious nerds. Those people are idiots, Maya. She laughs in its most beautiful sound. Want to grab dinner sometime and continue our Dostoevsky debate? I'd love that, David. Arrange dinner date for Friday at small Italian place near campus. Spend entire week planning conversation topics. Research obscure literary facts to impress her. Friday arrives and I show up 15 minutes early. Maya walks in looking absolutely stunning. Traded usual sweater for nice dress, hair down instead of in bun. Still wearing glasses, which somehow makes her even more attractive. You look amazing, Maya. Thanks, David. You clean up pretty well yourself. Dinner conversation is incredible. We discuss everything from Kafka to Virginia Woolf to contemporary poetry. She's read books I've only heard of, has opinions on authors I've never considered. You're probably the most well-read person I've ever met. Flattery will get you everywhere, David. She's flirting with me, and I can barely contain excitement. Walk her back to dorm after dinner. This was really wonderful, David. We should do it again soon. Definitely, Maya. Maybe next week. She kisses my cheek before going inside. Float back to my dorm, feeling like king of world. Text her next day asking about her weekend plans. No response. which is weird since she usually texts back quickly. Monday comes and she's not at library at usual time. Tuesday, still, no Maya at corner table. Starting to worry something happened. Wednesday, finally see her walking across campus with some tall, athletic guy who looks like he stepped out of Abercrombie catalog. Typical Chad with perfect hair and expensive clothes. He has his arm around Maya possessively. She's laughing at something he said. My heart sinks into stomach. She's dating someone and never mentioned it. Feel like complete idiot for thinking dinner was actual date. Probably just saw me as friend to discuss books with. Avoid library for next few days because seeing her will hurt too much. Eventually, curiosity gets better of me. Return to library and she's back at corner table. Still with books, but something seems different. Her usual enthusiasm for reading looks forced. Approach carefully, not sure how to handle situation. Hey Maya, haven't seen you around lately. She looks up and there's sadness in her eyes. Oh, hi David. Yeah, I've been busy. Busy with boyfriend, presumably. How did you know about that? Saw you two on campus. He seems nice. She makes non-committal noise and returns to book. Clearly doesn't want to discuss her relationship. Well, if you ever want to continue our Dostoevsky debate. Thanks, David. Maybe sometime. Walk away feeling rejected and confused. What happened to girl who was excited to discuss literature? Week passes, and I notice Maya at library, but she's different. Constantly checking phone, seems distracted, reading same page for 20 minutes without turning it. Finally work up courage to ask if she's okay. Everything all right, Maya? You seem stressed. Just relationship stuff, nothing major. Want to talk about it over coffee. That's sweet, David, but probably not appropriate. Since you're with someone now. Makes sense, but still hurts to be dismissed. Month goes by with minimal interaction. Maya still comes to library, but we barely acknowledge each other. See her around campus with Chad occasionally. He's always talking loudly on phone or showing off for his friends. Maya walking beside him, looking increasingly uncomfortable. At literature group meetings, she participates less, seems distracted and less passionate about discussions. Maya used to be most vocal member. Now she barely speaks. One of her regular members comments after she leaves early, probably busy with new boyfriend. Yeah, but she seems different, less engaged. Everyone notices change in her personality. Whatever this relationship is doing to her isn't positive. Decide to keep distance and let her figure things out. Few more weeks pass and situation gets worse. See Maya crying outside student union one afternoon. Instinct is to approach but don't want to overstep boundaries. Watch from distance as she wipes eyes and walks away. Next literature meeting, she doesn't show up at all. Group discusses whether to check on her. She's been missing classes too, according to Professor Williams. Should someone reach out? Maybe David, since you two were close. Resist urge to get involved in her relationship drama. 2 days later, Maya appears at library looking exhausted, dark circles under eyes, hair messy, clothes wrinkled. Something is seriously wrong. Spend entire afternoon debating whether to say anything. Finally decide friendship trumps romantic rejection. Walk over to her table with bottle of water. You look like you could use this. She looks up and starts crying immediately. Thanks, David. I've been having a rough week. Want to talk about it? Probably shouldn't burden you with my problems. Maya, we're friends regardless of anything else. Friends help friends. She closes book and wipes her eyes. Coffee shop in 10 minutes. Meet her at same place where our discussion group meets. She orders largest coffee they have and slumps in chair. So what's going on, Maya? My boyfriend is turning out to be not who I thought he was. How so? When we first started dating, he seemed interested in my studies. Asked about books I was reading, wanted to hear my thoughts. Thought he appreciated my intellectual side. Red flags already going off in my head. But now I realize he was just trying to impress people. He introduces me as his smart girlfriend who reads philosophy. Like I'm some kind of trophy he won. Takes photos of me studying to post on social media. Captions about how he loves dating intelligent women. This sounds horrible, Maya. He doesn't actually care about books or ideas. Just wants credit for dating girl who does. Makes me explain complex theories to his friends so he looks sophisticated. Uses my knowledge to sound smarter in conversations. What kind of person does that? Someone with serious insecurity issues? Or superiority complex, depending how you look at it. She starts crying again. I feel so stupid, David. You're not stupid, Maya. You're being manipulated. He makes me feel like my interests are just party tricks. Like my love of literature is entertainment for him. This is making me angry on her behalf. That's completely wrong, Maya. Your passion for books is what makes you amazing. Anyone who can't see that doesn't deserve you. I know, but I invested so much time in this relationship. I changed parts of myself to make him happy. Stopped coming to discussion group as much. Spend less time reading because he says it's antisocial. Maya, you can't let someone diminish what makes you yourself. I know, David, but breaking up is complicated. He's not abusive, just disappointing. Disappointing is still valid reason to end things. You deserve someone who celebrates your mind, not exploits it. We talked for 2 hours about relationships and self-worth. She seems lighter after getting everything off her chest. Thanks for listening, David. You're a good friend, even though I've been distant. That's what friends do, Maya. And for what it's worth, I think you should trust your instincts. She nods and seems to be considering something. Week later. She doesn't show up to library at usual time. Wonder if she's avoiding me or dealing with boyfriend situation. Following Tuesday, she's back at corner table, but sitting alone and reading with obvious relief. Approach cautiously. Everything okay, Maya? She looks up with biggest smile I've seen in months. I broke up with him, David. How do you feel about that? Honestly relieved, like I can breathe again. What made you finally decide? He wanted me to stop reading fiction because it's not practical. Said I should focus on business books if I want to read. Business books, Maya, seriously? That was final straw. Told him we were done. Good for you, Maya. How did he take it? About as well as you'd expect from someone with fragile ego. Said I was making a mistake choosing books over real relationship. Called me pretentious and said no one would want nerdy girlfriend. Well, he's clearly an idiot with terrible taste. She laughs genuinely for first time in months. Want to celebrate your freedom with coffee? I'd love that, David. Walked to coffee shop together, talking about books again. It's like getting old Maya back after months of watching Pale Imitation. I missed our discussions, David. I missed having someone who actually understands literature. Dating someone who doesn't share your interests is exhausting. You have to constantly translate your thoughts into their language. Exactly, Maya. You shouldn't have to dumb yourself down. I learned an important lesson about compatibility. Shared values matter more than surface attraction. Someone can be physically perfect but wrong in every other way. Meanwhile, someone can be perfect for you in ways that matter. But you might not notice because you're distracted by wrong person. She's looking at me while saying this. Maya, are you saying what I think you're saying? Depends what you think I'm saying, David. I think you're saying you realize something about us. Maybe I realize something about a lot of things. Like how stupid I was to overlook someone who actually gets me, while chasing someone who just wanted to show me off. My heart is racing now. Maya. David, I know this might be complicated given everything that happened, but would you be interested in trying again? This time as more than friends. I've been waiting months for you to ask that. Really? Really, Maya, I never stopped having feelings for you. Just didn't want to interfere while you were figuring things out. You're incredible for respecting my relationship even when it was wrong for me. That tells me everything about your character. Reach across table and take her hand. So we're doing this. We're doing this. David. Lean across table and kiss her softly. She tastes like coffee and possibility. When we break apart, she's smiling. This feels right, David. It feels like coming home. To someone who actually sees me for who I am, not who they want me to be. I see you, Maya, and I love what I see. Brilliant mind, kind heart, beautiful soul. Everything about you is perfect. She starts crying, but happy tears this time. I love you too, David. Even if it took me way too long to figure it out. Better late than never. Kiss her again, and this time it's deeper. Months of waiting and wanting poured into moment. So what now? Now we go back to library and read together, like we should have been doing all along. Sounds perfect to me. Walk back to campus holding hands. She picks up Dostoevsky while I grab some poetry. Sit at same corner table where this all started, reading side by side like old married couple, occasionally sharing interesting passages. Listen to this line, David. Reads beautiful excerpt about love and understanding. That's exactly how I feel about us. Two minds that speak same language. Two hearts that beat same rhythm. Look at this amazing girl reading beside me. Girl who chose substance over style. Girl who chose real connection over fake relationship. Girl who chose me. Lean over and kiss her temple. I love you, Maya. I love you too, David. Now let me finish this chapter so we can discuss it. Sitting here in our library surrounded by books, with girl of my dreams finally where she belongs. Sometimes good things come to those who wait. Sometimes the girl chooses right in the end. BME 20, sophomore at community college studying computer science. Best friend, Alex has been my bro since middle school. Guy literally saved my life during freshman year, depression spiral, talked me out of some really dark thoughts when my dad died, drove me to therapy appointments, made sure I ate actual food. Without Alex, I probably wouldn't have made it through last year. Anyway, we're both taking chemistry class this semester. There's this girl named Elena who sits 2 rows ahead, long dark hair, green eyes, actually pays attention during the lectures. She's smart as hell, always asks thoughtful questions. Professor calls on her when he wants someone to explain complex concepts. Been crushing on her since day one, but too much of coward to approach. Spend entire semester stealing glances and planning conversations I'll never have. Elena seems nice to everyone, helps struggling students with homework, completely out of my league, but still fantasize about talking to her. One day, after a particularly brutal exam, Alex and I grab coffee. Dude, I need to tell you something. What's up, Alex? I think I'm falling for someone in our chemistry class. My stomach drops because I already know who he means. Oh yeah, who? Elena, the girl with dark hair who sits near front. She's incredible, bro, smart and beautiful and kind. Feel like someone punched me in gut. Have you talked to her? Few times about assignments, but nothing serious. I want to ask her out, but don't know how. You're better with people than me. Any advice? Alex asking me to help him get girl I'm secretly in love with. Stare at coffee cup, trying to process emotions. She seems really nice, Alex. I know, right? She helped me understand stoichiometry last week. Spent like an hour explaining it until I got it. Didn't make me feel stupid for not understanding. That's when I knew I had feelings for her. Alex is genuinely smitten talking about Elena. Meanwhile, I'm dying inside knowing I felt same way for months. So will you help me figure out how to approach her? You're my wingman, bro. Look at my best friend who pulled me through darkest time. Guy who drove 2 hours to bring me food when I was too depressed to leave bed. Guy who sat with me in hospital waiting room when dad was dying. Guy who never once made me feel like burden during my breakdown. Of course, Alex, what are friends for? Spend next week observing Elena's habits for Alex's benefit. She studies in library every Tuesday and Thursday, usually sits at table near windows around 3 p.m., drinks chai lattes from campus coffee shop, always reading ahead in textbook during breaks, report findings to Alex like I'm conducting surveillance operation. She's definitely creature of habit. If you want to approach naturally, library is your best bet. Maybe ask for help with assignment you're struggling with. She seems to enjoy teaching concepts to other people. Alex nods, taking mental notes. You really think she'd be willing to help? Definitely, she helped Marcus with organic chemistry last month. Guy was completely lost and she walked him through everything. Plus, you're actually smart, Alex, not like your hopeless case. Giving dating advice about girl, I want to date myself. Feel like I'm slowly poisoning myself. Thursday comes and Alex asks me to come to library for moral support. Just in case I chicken out. You won't chicken out, Alex, you got this. We arrive and Elena is exactly where I predicted, textbook open, chai latte half empty, taking detailed notes. Okay, here goes nothing. Watch Alex walk over to her table. Excuse me, Elena, sorry to bother you. She looks up and smiles. Oh hey, Alex, no bother at all. I was wondering if you could help me with something. Having trouble with the equilibrium equations from yesterday. Of course, sit down. Alex takes seat across from her. I retreat to table across library, pretending to study. Watch them for next hour as she explains chemistry concepts. Alex is naturally charming, makes her laugh several times. She seems genuinely engaged in conversation. They exchange numbers before she leaves, Alex practically floating when he comes back over. Dude, she's even more amazing up close. And she said yes when I asked if she wanted to study together regularly. This is happening, bro. Force smile and congratulate him. Told you she was nice. You're incredible wingman. Next few weeks, watch their study sessions turn into something more. Alex reports every interaction like play-by-play commentary. She brought me coffee today without me asking. Remembered I like it with extra sugar. We talked about movies for 20 minutes after studying. Turns out we both love sci-fi. Each update feels like small knife twist. But Alex is happier than I've seen him since high school. Guy deserves good things after everything he's been through. His ex-girlfriend cheated on him senior year. Really messed him up. Seeing him excited about someone again is bittersweet. Month later, Alex tells me he's going to ask Elena on actual date. Thinks she'll say yes. Definitely, Alex. You two have great chemistry. No pun intended. Ha, good one, bro. Seriously though, you should ask her. Worst case, she says no and you're no worse off. Best case, you get date with amazing girl. Alex follows my advice and asks Elena to dinner. She says yes immediately. She seemed excited about it, dude. We're going to that Italian place downtown Friday. This is really happening. Spend Friday night playing video games alone while Alex is on date with girl I've been in love with for months. Get text around 10 p.m. Date went amazing, she's incredible. We talked for 3 hours straight. I think I'm falling hard, bro. Stare at phone for a long time before responding. Happy for you, Alex. 2 months later, they're officially together. Alex brings Elena to our usual hangout spots. Movie nights, arcade visits, late night diner runs. She fits into our group perfectly. Funny, smart, genuinely kind to everyone. Exactly the type of person I always imagined dating. Watching them together is torture. Way they look at each other, inside jokes, casual affection. Everything I wanted, but gave up before even trying. Elena is great about including me in conversations. Never makes me feel like third wheel. Asks about my classes, remembers details from previous talks, which somehow makes it worse. She's exactly as wonderful as I thought she'd be. 6 months into their relationship, Alex pulls me aside. Can I ask you something weird? Sure, Alex, what's up? Why did you help me with Elena? What do you mean? You gave me incredibly specific advice about approaching her. Knew her schedule, habits, preferences. Almost like you'd been paying attention to her for a while. My heart starts racing. Just observant, I guess. Plus you asked for help, so I helped. Alex stares at me for the moment. There's something else, though. What? Elena mentioned she noticed you looking at her before we started talking. Thought you might have been interested in her. But then you helped me instead. Shit, Elena noticed me staring. Why would you do that if you liked her too? Feel trapped by question. Can't tell him truth without making him feel guilty. Can't lie because he already suspects. Honestly, Alex, I prefer 2D women anyway. Real relationships are too complicated. Anime girls don't break your heart. Alex looks confused by response. Seriously, bro. Seriously, Alex, 3D girls are overrated. You two are perfect together. I'm happy playing dating sims. Well, if you're sure, definitely sure. Walk away before he can ask more questions. Later that night, walking home from campus, it starts raining because of course it does. Neon lights from nearby shops reflecting off wet pavement. Pull hood up and keep walking. Phone buzzes with text from Alex. Thanks for everything, bro. Your best friend anyone could ask for. Elena and I are really happy. Delete text without responding. Keep walking through rain, thinking about choices. Gave up chance with girl I loved for friend who saved my life. Alex deserves happiness after everything he's done for me. Elena deserves someone who pursued her instead of just staring. I deserve whatever happens when you're too much of a coward to speak up. Rain gets heavier, but don't speed up. Let water soak through jacket while city lights blur around me. Pass other couples hurrying to get out of the weather. Everyone has somewhere warm to go, someone waiting for them, except me, walking alone through empty streets, thinking about what could have been if I'd been brave enough to talk to Elena first, if I'd been selfish enough to compete with Alex, if I'd chosen my happiness over his, but some things matter more than getting what you want. Alex pulled me out of darkness when I needed it most. Least I could do was step aside when he found light. Doesn't make it hurt less, though. Doesn't make walking alone feel better. Doesn't make watching them together easier. Just makes it right. Get back to dorm room soaking wet. Roommate already asleep. Sit at desk staring at computer screen. Boot up dating sim. I mentioned to Alex. Fictional girls with perfect dialogue trees. Relationships with guaranteed happy endings. No best friends to consider. No hearts to break except your own. Maybe 2D really is better. At least anime girls never choose someone else.